Well, I'm back here at the ICE detention facility in Broadview. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and normally I'd be feeling really great about it, but it's kind of hard to feel good about things when you know that just down the street there are people being detained without due process, and no one's able to get in there and see what the conditions are. So I'm here again to support the protesters and document what's going on. So I'm going to head over to the protest area, and I'll check in with you later. All right, we're here at the Broadview ICE detention facility, sort of ground zero for the resistance against ICE. And here is Aunt Tifa. And what are your thoughts about all this, Aunt Tifa?
I think it sucks. I think there's not enough sugar in the ground. I've been here since the 20th, the day after the big violent thing. I've been here at least 4 to 5 days a week just documenting. To cause trouble, I'm here to document.
Another tiny dick heard from.
I think it's unfair that they're just snatching people up off the streets.
Okay.
Humanize.
State police.
What?
This is the state police.
The state police, exactly. You understand that our governor, as I said, is one of the strongest opponents of. So I look at them here. They're not here to support Trump. They're here to keep peace. And we can do things peacefully. We can find a better way. And I believe it's by finding common ground. 3 things. Make sure everybody has food on their table, a roof over their head, and can love and be loved. If we do those 3 things, we're going to see the humanity in each other, and all this other crap is not going to matter. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
How did they respond?
They agreed with me. They said exactly so. I said, so what are we doing to each other? There's a better way. Let's forget all the other crap. Let's start taking care of the needs of everybody in this country that doesn't have a place to sleep at night, that doesn't have food on their table. And then we can worry about all the other things, which I think after a while really won't matter when we see the humanity in each other.
Thanks.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Norm.
My name is Billy.
Billy, thanks, man.
Nice to meet you, Norm.
Yeah,
I'm Dan.
I appreciate
Okay,
it.
nice to meet you,
Yeah,
Dan.
Good to meet you.
Good to
Thank
meet
you.
Guys. Thank
I was
you.
just telling this gentleman I can always whatever I want to say.
We're here at the Broadview ICE facility, sort of ground zero for what's going on with all of this right now. And I have John here, and I just want to ask John, what are your thoughts about all of this?
Well, my name is John. I'm a retired police officer, and I don't like all the verbal abuse and disrespect for law enforcement that's taking place on the left here. So that's why I'm out here. And I believe in enforcing the law. I think illegal aliens should be deported, and I'm in favor of what's going on.
Yeah, they told us if we dropped him off that just them to verify he can leave.
Okay.
So
Okay. Let me give him a
so
call.
they just need to verify that it was him.
Okay. Let me give him a call. See if he's in here.
Okay.
If they need the documents, they'll take a look at it. If he does get released, I'm sure they'll get the documents to walk out with. Okay.
And he's here, or well, you
I
have
have
to check
no
for
idea.
yeah, you have to check first, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just the address they gave us. So
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm back at the Broadview Detention Center, which is sort of ground zero for the resistance against the ICE occupation of American cities. And this woman was here on Friday when I was here, and she has a whiteboard that she puts messages on that she holds up so that the law enforcement officials and ICE agents can see it. And please share your thoughts about what's going on here.
I feel the reason why there's so many people day in, day out is because we know exactly the brutality that ICE is doing to the people in Chicago and around the U.S. And people know. These are people who are awakened to what's happening and not just seeing what's on the media. These are people that have been out here who know that these families are important and they're community members. They're people we go shopping with. There's people that we break bread with, people that our kids go to school with, people that our kids play at the playground with. It's affecting everyone. It's affecting me. I'm an educator. My school is half black, half brown. You know, so we have students that families are coming, we call them newcomers. And these families are scared. They're scared to come to school. They're scared that if they leave their house to go pick up their kids or take them home, that they're going to be taken. And it's a rightful fear. I mean, one classroom alone had 5 kids taken. And we're now finding out through the grapevine that even though the kids weren't removed, they're living with relatives as their families have been taken. And so the trauma, like I try to have empathy as much as I can, where it may not be happening to me, but what would it feel like happening to someone else? And I can't imagine as a young, and I'm just going off of the grade levels that I'm thinking about that had families taking kinder, okay? My daughter's of kinder age. She's preschool, but she's on the cusp. And as a kid, having my daughter, just imagining myself in that situation, my daughter asked grandma, where's my mom? Where's my mom? And I'm not there. All my belongings are kept there. All my memories that I've had with her are kept there. Everything that I know has been, basically my life is just left. And I have to be forced to move on in a different place that brought me here in the first place. That fear of going back to that trauma. It's like a battered woman having to go back to the abuser. It's just a horrible feeling to put myself in that shoes and just think like, what if I came home and I couldn't come home to my daughter? It's a very scary thought. It's a very scary feeling, but it's even scary knowing that it's true and it's happening to people. And even if it wasn't like from a child perspective, I'm thinking about just the many different reasons on why people come here. And I didn't know what privilege I had until I see what other people are going through. I didn't realize my privilege growing up. I'm American. 4th of July, fireworks, barbecue, flags, woo, America. But I didn't understand the exact privilege that we have here. To not feel like my kid is going to be kidnapped, put into trafficking, or there's not enough food, because I know the poor here is not the poor there. The poor there is low of low. And when almost half the population is below poverty level, they're in survival mode. They're in survival mode, and I've never been there. I've never experienced it. I've never thought to myself, I wonder what that feels like to be in constant survival mode. I would just think that I would do the same thing. I would go wherever I need to go to get to safety. And I feel like people judge them if they start having nicer clothes, because I think the presumption is if they came here, they should always be at the bottom. They should always be lowest of society because they're not legal here, so they shouldn't be able to have any success at all. They should just keep at the bottom. That's your position. That's what you're always going to be. And I think that's wrong. I do know that we need reform. I know we do. But I think there's so many people that don't want them here. And when I say them, anybody that is not of white Christian nationalism. And that includes me. I'm half Latina, I'm half Mexican. I'm liberal. I speak up. I go to marches, I go to protests, I go to wherever my heart leads me to go. And they are afraid of people like me. They're afraid of people like them downstairs. They're over there. They're afraid of people wearing unicorn costumes because they know that we have a heart that's not going to let us just give up. So even if we do go another year down the line, I hate to see what a year is going to look like. They're going to have people like me and you and that person's still out here, and that scares them. Because we have a voice, and we can't be silenced because Wrong is wrong and right is right. And you can't keep telling somebody the sky is green when you clearly see it's blue. You can't keep telling people things that are not true. Like, I know what they're doing here is wrong. I know it. I don't need a television screen to tell me that. I don't need a phone screen to tell me that. I know what they are doing is wrong. They're not only to the people inside, but they're doing wrong to the protesters out here. And we don't have access to them right now. There's like layers to their defense shield. But before, when it was all open, when you were able to drive down the street, when you were able to park your car, which I parked right here before all the ice, before when the world wasn't watching as much, we were here. And we've seen them shooting people off the roof with pepper balls. We've seen them bum rush a crowd and tackle people around you in military gear. I've seen in front of my eyes a woman on a walker, and they had to go around the walker, and she was wearing a helmet. I had to witness a pastor being hit in the head and had spray paint or pepper spray to his face.
Good morning, ICE agents. I know you hear me. I hope
So
you
I
don't
know what
have
they're capable
children
of.
and you have to tell them one day what you do for a living. It's horrible. You are splitting families. You are hurting innocent people. One day you're going to have to look at your child and tell them what you do for a living. See how happy and proud they're going to be. How proud they're going to be of their dad and mom splitting fucking families. Be proud of that. I can't wait till your children look at you with disgust. Because they will. And if you were my mom or my dad, I would fucking not ever talk to you again. I would never talk to you again if you were my mom or my dad. How proud you must be to be splitting families. I can't wait till your children all look at you with disgust. I can't wait till all your children wake up and have to realize what you guys do every day for a fucking living. And hiding your face. Hiding your face. You pussy ass bitches. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I am an educated Latina here fighting for my community because you guys are splitting families. How many families did I already have to help? You guys are not getting criminals. Get the fucking criminals out. Criminals are humans, not immigrants. There's good people and there's bad people. Period. Not immigrants. Not immigrants are not bad. And I can't wait till one day you have to live all this. I can't even think that you guys will have a wife to support you. I would never even be able to look at my husband if they did this shit. It's a disgust. It's a disgrace. Wake the fuck up. This government doesn't even care about you either.
Oh man, guys, don't leave.
Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving? Because it's true? Yeah, go walk inside. Go be so proud. Call your moms. Call your dads. Tell them what a great job you did. I'm sure they're proud of you. I'm sure nobody in your fucking family talks to you. And let that shit keep you up at night. Let that shit keep you up at fucking night. You would never be at peace. You would never be at peace. God would never see you as good. You would never be. And he will only judge. But we already know what he's saying. And you all should too, because this shit is wrong. It is wrong.
All right, Sunday afternoon here at the Broadview ICE Detention Facility, Ground Zero for the Resistance Against ICE. And I saw this gentleman down here Friday night, and I was really impressed with the work he was doing, and he was back here today, and I wanted to make sure I had a chance to chat with him. So what are your thoughts about all this?
My thoughts? My thoughts are we just have to keep showing up and doing this every single day. That if you could summarize my thoughts is whoever's watching this, come on out and join us. I've been coming to this facility for a little over a month, on and off, traveling in. I'm from out of town, supporting the people that are standing up a 24/7 protest here. If anybody's telling you that it doesn't make a difference to come out here and make noise, they're wrong, or they're on the other side and they hope you'll stay at home. Because if a population makes enough noise, it will affect change. And that's why we're doing this sustained, not for once, not for a day, not every quarter, but constantly. We get to observe what's going on here. We get to take the piss out of the ICE agents all day long, which is endless entertainment that you don't have to pay a ticket, to see. And we get to try to help our community and at least show support. A lot of people that come to these protests, they're family members of victims, and so it means something to them to see us here.